Hello, my name is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show number 130. And this is a QSO, dated 7/21/2013. Yeah, it's August, it's almost gone. That means we're past half the year gone. Anyway, through a generous donation, through a credit, through the Amazon store, from one of my viewers, subscribers, I got an opportunity to get a new, latest version 2 of the TV dongle. Now, if you recall, I did a show, quite a few shows ago, where I did a quick introduction into using these little TV dongles with some free software, lots of free software on the internet, and turning that TV dongle into a scanner. And it's good for about 28 or so megahertz all the way up to 2 gigahertz. So it's a wide spectrum scanner. Through the use of this software, you can decode AM, FM, shortwave, single sideband, just with some software. And it just blows my mind what these authors of the software have done. Well, today I wanted to go back and briefly show you how to get this running. Now, again, there are several packages of software that work with this dongle by different authors. And there's two main ones. There's one called SDR, standing for Software Defined Radio, which is basically what this is. It's a radio that most of the decoding and everything is done in your computer, and just the front end RF work is done in the hardware device, which in this case is a USB dongle. So that's one, SDR Sharp. The other one is SDR Radio. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, SDR Radio. And well, I'll get to both of them on the website. I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, which is a very, very elaborate piece of software that does all kinds of decoding, filtering. It just blows your mind. So it's probably not a good place to start, but it's where you'll want to go next. So anyway, I'm going to try to move the camera over so you can see my computer, and I'll do a quick shot before I do that of the dongle, which is up in the corner here. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Okay, we're going to do a turn here. Okay, see that blue dot there? We'll zoom in. We'll get to move over a little bit more. Zoom in some more. Okay, that blue dot is the LED that's on the dongle. And it's a USB dongle, plugs into a USB port. And what I've done is, to get it away from the noise environment of the computer, I've added a USB extension cable and gotten it away from my computer, and it's on the other side of the workbench. Plus, what I have done is, you'll see there's a cable going down there someplace. That is an adapter cable to take the normal, really funky connector that's on the dongle. The dongle comes with its own antenna, which is totally no good. If you use that antenna, you'll think the thing doesn't work. So you got to really, really, really use an external antenna. You can get FM stations with the antenna, but you can't do much scanning. So anyway, I bought this cable off of Amazon. I think it cost me $7 including shipping, so that I can connect it to my external antenna, which makes all the difference in the world. Now that you've seen the hardware, I'm going to see if I can move the camera. Let me turn this light off. Move the camera around Don't get too dizzy. Here we go. Okay, now somewhere, let me get out of the zoom here so I can figure out where I'm at. Okay, where's the zoom button? There it is. Okay, there it is over there. There is my screen. Now let me see what is the best picture so that you can see it. We'll zoom it in. I don't know if you're going to see this very well. I'm going to try. I'll talk you through it. Okay, now I got to move the camera so I can sit down. Hold on, I get a little dizzy. Oh, gee, oh God. Oh, yeah, I almost destroyed everything here. Okay, we're going to move the camera. Well, I better move my chair and get it in the right position. Now, I've turned everything off, the fans and everything. I do have the computer on, so I'm not going to turn that off. I have to have that. And let's see, let's turn, loosen, turn. Okay. Go down a little bit. Okay, there is my monitor. Now, as I said, there's two main programs. There's lots of programs. There are two main programs you want to get involved in. One is SDRsharp. Now, on both of these programs, they require you to use a different software driver than comes with the dongle or that Windows tries to install. So the first thing you do is you hook up the dongle. Windows will try to install a driver. If you can cancel it, cancel it. Or if you can't, just let it go through and do its thing. Then, once you've done that, this website here will tell you how to install the driver and SDRsharp. And that is at rtlsdr.org/software windows, all one word. So I'll put that down here someplace so that, or in the description, so you don't have to remember. So you go to this website, and this is an excellent site that didn't exist when I did my first dongle installation about 5 months ago maybe. And that was a nightmare because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what drivers I needed. It took me about 3 days and some help from people on the internet to get it working. When I installed this one, I had forgotten all that stuff, but I remembered this website, and this takes you right through it and makes it easy. So you go to this web page, and it tells you this is for installing the program SDR Sharp, or just a sharp symbol, and the driver you need. The driver you need is called SADIG. So this is the driver that you need to convert the TV dongle to a scanner. So it tells you where to get it. Tells you, here's the instructions on how to install the driver. Very detailed. Without this, because I went through this before and was totally confused, but this time it took me less than 15 minutes to get the whole thing set up and running. Okay, you go through that, then you download the SDR-install.zip file, and that installs and sets up the SDRsharp program. Those are the two things you need to get running with this thing. And then it shows you what the program will look like once you get it set up. And here's it actually running and collecting data. So that's where you need to go once you get your dongle, and you don't have to, but you should get the cable I was talking about. It's a $7 cable, and there's a bunch of them. The one I chose is to convert the funky little tiny connector that's on the dongle to a little pigtail about 6 inches long, to a PL 259 female connector, which then I can take my coax connector and plug in my antenna that's external. Okay, so now let's close this, and you probably can't see it. Is over here is the two programs I was talking about, SDR Sharp and SDR. The other program comes in two it's two programs. One is the console mode, which you use to use your dongle, and the other one is a server so that you can put your dongle on the internet. And the author of this program is unbelievable. He also originally wrote and maintained Ham Radio Deluxe, and then he sold it because he got interested in this stuff and he was devoting all his time to this stuff. So he sold off Ham Radio Deluxe, another excellent program. Okay, we're going to open SDR Sharp. Excuse me. He said we were going to open SDR Sharp. Did I double click on it? You never know. Yeah, the hard drive is working. Okay, so there's SDR Sharp. Now, I have changed, and there's so many different ways you can set this. I have changed the look. And so I'm showing here the spectrum display as almost fully blown up. I can come down here and I can move this bar up, and down here is the what they call a waterfall display. So first you have to configure this program, and I'll click on configure, to select your particular dongle. Typically, like the one that I have on my web page and the one I have here is Easy Cap dongle. Now, this particular one I've got right now is not an Easy Cap, but it has the same hardware devices, so it will work the same as an Easy Cap. Okay, so you set that up, select which device you're using, and then you press play. And I'm going to turn the audio down. Okay, and so now it's receiving, I'm up at some odd frequency that I was playing with last night at 154 megahertz to 156 megahertz. I was just searching the band. Like I say, this acts as a scanner, just searching the band. You can save stations, I'll call it, and I'll click on one that I saved. This is the weather band, or the weather channel, NOAA. And, okay. Now, I have the antenna, the external antenna I talked about, I have on a switch. And that's for a couple reasons. I can switch it between my normal shortwave radio that I use and any other device, which in this case is connected to the dongle. So I have, early this morning I was listening to my shortwave radio, so the antenna is disconnected from this dongle. Okay, now as you can see, when I switch the antenna over to the dongle, I've got this big signal here, which is NOAA weather, I hope.
At 4:51 a.m.
Yep.
Daylight time. Today, southwinds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southwest around
So that's at
in the afternoon.
let me turn it down.
Seas 2 feet or less.
That's at 162.45 megahertz, which is the channel. There's 7 NOAA weather channels. That's the channel that's closest to me. So that, as you heard, that's coming loud and clear. And you have over here, you probably can't see it on my screen, there's all kinds of filters, things you can do to the audio, just unbelievable amount of things you can do because you're controlling everything with your computer, in this case with this software. And like I say, it'll work in this program, normal, or narrow FM, wide FM, AM, lower sideband, upper sideband, CW, every mode that you can think of. So this little dongle is able to do all this. Now, I haven't really done enough experimenting to see how well it does as far as reception. It appears to do it quite well, but like I say, I'm not going to make a judgment on it now. And it's only good down to 28 megahertz. So the dongle as it stands, you cannot receive shortwave or the HF band, whichever one they'll call it. But you can buy, again off of Amazon, you can buy another little board that is an up converter that will convert HF signals up to, I think it's in the 100 megahertz range or something like that, so that this dongle can receive it. So if you want to add HF, you can do that. It's another $50. Now keep in mind, this dongle is only $20. It's only a $20 dongle. If you look at my show I did before, it give you kind of an introduction to this whole concept. So this is SDR Sharp. Now, the other program, and actually there's a number of these that I've installed. I've only installed 2 of them. My other computer, I have a number of other ones, is this SDR Console. It's right now, it's there's a 1.x version which is stable, and there's a 2.0 version which is what the author is using as he's developing the software, and I'm using 2.0. This software is just unbelievable. It has all kinds of displays, analysis. It decodes RDS signals. It's really too much for the new user to comprehend. I had a problem initially when I installed this on this computer, that I could not get the audio level up. It was really faint. But through a bunch of interactions through the author and other users, I found the number of switches that had to be changed in the software to get it working correctly. So it's working correctly now. I can start the radio. Now again, this software, just like the other software, needs a driver, and it turns out it's a different driver. I didn't realize that. Whoa.
$49 delivers any vehicle at Jim Brown, North Tampa, Chrysler Jeep.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize it required a different driver instead of that Zang Ding or Dig or whatever it is. So initially it didn't work, and then I went on the users group. There's a users group for this program, as well as the SDR Sharp program, and did some searching around and found out, okay, I need this other software package. So I'm not going to get into that one today because that's, I'm already running too long. Gosh, I'm up to 18 minutes. But, in a later video, I'll talk a little about this one. But this one's really complicated because it has so many features. So anyway, I would suggest, if you're interested in this, is that you order a dongle. They're about $20. They're on my Amazon store, so that you can find the link and go to Amazon and get one. And then install the SDR Sharp program and its driver, SADING, S-A-D-I-N-G, and you'll be up and running and start experimenting. So I hope that's helpful. It's much easier now to do this using that one website I mentioned than it was before when I first did it about 6 months ago. So it's not difficult now. It used to be difficult trying to find out what driver you need and how to install it and all that stuff, but that website explains it in great detail with pictures and everything, makes it easy. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I thank all the people that are subscribing to my videos. I am on my way to 600 subscribers. I appreciate all the subscribers. I really appreciate people who go to my Amazon store and buy something through my Amazon store, which gives me a small credit, and then I can use that credit to buy things like this dongle, and then eventually give them away back to the subscribers. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.